is he being talked about so much? Because he's not your typical politician. He's bold, he's military trained, and he's unapologetically African. Asa Jampe Loko Nanga Vite. And welcome to my channel, Not Simply African, where we show the world that we are and experience a whole culture on our own. So if you're new here, you have found your tribe. Stop searching. And if you've returned, thank you so much for showing me so much love. Now, Africa is changing right before our eyes. And it's really time for us to know what is going down. And I'm here for it. I am literally grabbing my tea to sip and watch everything unfold like a 4D movie. Africa is getting younger. The average African is like 19 years old. And so are its leaders. One standout name, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the president of Burkina Faso. He's currently the youngest leader on the continent, and he rose to power in 2022. This young leader isn't playing by the old rules. First, he kicked out French military bases, and he is charting his own course for Burkina Faso. Now check this out. Traoré is completely refining prison systems, building new factories. He opened a new tomato factory. Instead of harsh conditions, he's integrating offenders into agricultural workforce. Now, prisoners get their sentences reduced while gaining farming skills. And when they are released, these people will be trained and they can go into farming if they choose. Talk about rehabilitation. He has also overseen the approval of the country's first gold refinery. And this is definitely going to Burkina Faso to process its own gold and reduce economic dependency. He speaks the language of the young people in Africa. Again, he speaks the end of new colonial control. He's become a symbol of hope for generations that are tired of corruption. So like we've seen, under Ibrahim Traoré's leadership, Burkina Faso has made bold strides beyond the well-known tomato trees, women empowerment, education reform, and just like the prison transformation as I spoke about. His face is on t-shirts, his quotes are all over social media. However, the road hasn't been easy for him because he has survived numerous threats of assassinations. But he continues to help Burkina Faso rise, and he's marking a new wave of leadership that reflects courage. Next door is Senegal. Something amazing is happening in Senegal. After they elected Bassirou Diomaye Faye as the president, a 44-year-old who was in jail just before winning the election. Talk about a comeback story. His message, very clear. Senegal must benefit from its own resources, putting Senegalese first. He's already pushing for clean governance, financial independence, and a lot of youth inclusion. And under the leadership of Bassirou Diomaye Faye, Senegal is saying enough is enough. For decades, Africa's crude oil has been extracted and shipped elsewhere, processed and sent back to us at very exorbitant prices. And this cycle has left our continent exploited, as is often said, and not underdeveloped. Now, when oil was discovered in Senegal in 2014, things started to shake up and change, with actual production beginning in 2024. For Senegal, this isn't just about oil. It's about power, control, and Africa taking charge of its own affairs. To even make things more exciting, they have processed their first batch of 650,000 barrels. Senegal is indeed emerging as a new leader in oil production. Across West Africa, countries are standing up and saying enough to Western military camps that have been there for years. And this isn't just about politics, it's about a generation of Africans demanding control over their own countries, resources, and future. These leaders are proving that Africa has the intelligence, workforce to sustain itself, contrary to stereotypical narratives. Proves that a country may not necessarily need to beg or be in a position where we have to lose our resources in a way when it can invest in its own people and production. Both men reflect the hunger of the African youth to see real change, not just talk, because we've had a lot of talk over the years. New wave is emerging in Africa. Are you ready to be part of this new African wave? And what are we going to do to also try to build Africa in our little way? Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are and how you plan to do this. Baraka. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more African content.